BTS recording Monday, July 3rd episode number 29. It's a solo episode, and it's about 11:20 p.m. on a Sunday. The episode is coming out in 5 hours, less than 5 hours. And the week just got the best of me. I procrastinated. I was also just struggling mentally to get back on track because I know I'm currently in a season of just shifting everything, and it became very overwhelming to the point where I just forgot all of my tools and resources, and I had to just take a few days and get what I needed to get done, and then just sit down, which I did all day today, is just sit down and organize my life. Honestly, truly. I really just had to sit down and organize my life because I'm human. Things, like I said, the week got the best of me. My mind got the best of me. Overwhelm got the best of me. But I am aware. I continue to show myself grace. I continue to trust myself, trust the process, trust the journey. I'm praying, journaling, reading, breathing, meditating, all when necessary, when I can, when I have the capacity. Some days I just didn't have any energy in me to do any of those things, and it was fine, because I knew I was going to get out of this funk, which I did, and I'm still continuously getting out of this funk, but it definitely was a roller coaster of events the last couple of weeks of June. It was a lot of fear. It was a lot of just self-doubt. And these are things that I want to accomplish and not necessarily overcome, but just build the strength, build my endurance, build up my reps on, just being more mindful of when this occurs, slowing down, and just reaching in my imaginary toolbox, either for a question to get me back on track, a meditation, prayer, exercise, journaling, talking to a friend, going live on YouTube, whatever the case may be, right? It's important for me to know, I'd rather reach for my options to progress versus staying in that negative, dark space where all those just like fears and everything that I worked so hard to manage just crumbles. And, it happens. I just don't want it to happen as often as it could possibly happen. I'd rather combat it and try to manage it ahead of time, or at least while it's occurring, so I can just ease my way out of it into, a more simpler plan of action. But anyway, this is supposed to be a behind the scenes of me recording Monday, episode 29, solo episode. But some talking points we're going to go over is my TC community. So go to mytccommunity.com, submit your name and your email, and you will get more information on what is to come. And the only people that will know first as to how much it's going to cost when it's launching. Well, it's launching July 17th, but this is going to be an ongoing launch. I want people to join at their pace, at their budget, at their own will. I'm tired. It's almost midnight, but upcoming interviews as well. Violetta Sandoval of the Money Chisme podcast movement. She's a real estate investor and is dropping courses on how to become a real estate investor. And truly, honestly, not because I'm now, we're now friends in this industry. I'm genuinely interested, and having my podcast has gotten me very motivated to, just peek inside the door, see what's going on, learn some more information, learn new skills in this industry, and learn a whole other avenue of real estate. And Violetta, Grace Wilson have all been catalysts to that, as well as many of my other guests that are all, amazing entrepreneurs, women that are doing this. Jamie Frazier as well. She is also starting her flipping journey. So it's awesome. I love it. I love having this platform. But also, big time announcement, I'm doing a live recording of my podcast, Transaction Care Podcast, here on YouTube. here on YouTube. Yes, July 19th, 2023. July 19th, 2023. I'm doing a live recording of this podcast with a guest. Yeah, first time ever. Bear with me. Show me some mercy. I've never done it. Of course, I'm going to practice and see how it all goes and make sure all the technical things are in order. But yeah, and then one-on-one coaching coming fall 2023. But for now, let's focus on mytccommunity.com, which is going to be my paid membership platform for like-minded people like yourself that are aspiring to be entrepreneurs, aspiring to be a real estate professional, or just, ready for that next phase of your life, but you're just not quite sure how to get there. And we're going to work and do it together in my TC community. So if you haven't already, go to mytccommunity.com. You will get more information in your email as we get closer to the launch date. Again, like I said, this is going to be an ongoing launch. I'm not going to put that pressure on myself of like, day one, we need 1,000 members. It's like, no, I just want to reach my first 20 by the end of the month. Truly, honestly, if I can help 20 of you guys, that would be a dream come true. So anyway, with all that said, here's a sneak peek into some behind the scenes of me recording tomorrow's episodes. The flubs, the mess ups, all of it. I'm not even going to edit this video. So here we go. Here we go. So I always have trouble with my intro. Here we go. That's much better. So I always have trouble with my intro and making sure I'm saying everything correctly. And I don't have much of an outline other than what I've just committed to my memory and some talking points. So let's just get into it. I'm using GarageBand. I'm using my iPod, AirPods to listen, and my Blue Yeti mic to record on my MacBook Pro. I don't know the edition, but it's the one with the touch screen panel or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's go. All right. I don't have any water. Of course I don't. Welcome back to the Transaction Care Podcast. My name is Lillian Hernandez, aka Lily Like the Flower, because we are learning and growing together. We drop new episodes every week, every Monday. Oh, see, I already messed up. That was me trying to freestyle the intro, knowing dang well that was not the intro. So I have a pre-recorded intro. I do have a pre-recorded intro that I usually insert, but for this particular episode, since it is a solo one, I like to just get to the point. And my intro is about 45 seconds. And for these solo episodes, I just want to get to the point. Say my name, slogans, a call to action for people to, subscribe to my community, my newsletter, and how frequently we release a show. So let's get into it. One more try. I'm going to get it. I know I am. Welcome back to the Transaction Care Podcast. My name is Lillian Hernandez, aka Lily Like the Flower, because we are learning and growing together. My goal with each episode is to demystify the business of real estate and empower you to start your journey today. That's all I could get out. I forgot, but it's okay. That's why we hit the pause button. That's why we have editing in between, because I can just cut all the pauses and make it sound a lot more just in sync. No Justin Timberlake. New episodes drop every Monday morning. So if you're a morning person, you want to start your week off with a bang, go to transactioncarepodcast.com. Make sure you are subscribed to our TC Weekly newsletter so you also can find out what is going on with Transaction Care, what's coming up, who's going to be on the show, and when new episodes are released, like I said, every Monday. So without further ado, let's get into this week's episode. So now I'm going to play it back, and I don't have to, but I kind of like editing each segment as I go. That way I'm not editing like big chunks at the end, but when I'm like super tired. So all I'm doing is making sure I hit every talking point in my intro because I am freestyling it, and making sure the sound quality is good, which it is. And I've hit most of my talking points in terms of like my name, the slogan. Yeah. So now I'm going to just go straight into what I'm going to talk about in the episode, and then kind of just freestyle the rest of the episode. I'm hoping to keep this under 5 minutes, to be honest. We shall see. But I'll give you guys a snippet on the talking points and then a little bit as to how I kind of freestyle the conversation and take it from there. All right, so today's episode is a solo episode. So I always get, as I'm talking, I tend to get the ideas in the spot, like on the spot. So I want to not just say it's a solo episode, but I also want to say that it's like a holiday week. I know people listen to the show in the future, so that like those little tidbits of information don't really matter. I don't know, but it's something that I just want to put out there to kind of like be a time mark, just to kind of put it out there like, oh, it's going to be an easy, chill week. I don't want it to be such a heavy, serious episode. So let's go. So this is So whoever wants to start a podcast, it's not as easy as it looks. I do encourage you to have a timeline, an outline, talking points, scripts, whatever the case. Go to mytccommunity.com. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do this more in depth, but like I said, it's 11:30 p.m. at night, and consistency is very important to me, and I do not want to miss a week, at least in my first year of podcasting. I'm about 7 months in, and I have not missed a Monday yet, and that is my goal to accomplish. And even though it is a holiday week, I'm still recording, and it's 11:30 p.m. at night on a Sunday, and I told myself we are not recording any podcasts on the weekends ever again, and here I am breaking my own promises. So I'm working on that. Again, I'm human, but yeah, let's get into this. I am back with another solo episode. This week, we're going to talk about My TC Community, which is launching officially on Monday, July 17th, 2023. Yes, you heard it here, July 17th. And if you remember pager code, the numbers 717 spell out Lil. Yeah, that's how old I am. I'm speaking in pager code. So for anyone that does not know what I'm talking about, just Google it. But we are getting into My TC Community, upcoming interviews that I have with Violetta Sandoval, Tashina Pine, industry, real estate voices that you should know and get familiar with. I'm also doing get this, my very first live recording of the podcast on YouTube in July 19th to be exact. Yeah, I'm really pumped. I'm not going to announce the guest unless you are subscribed to my TC Weekly newsletter, which you can do by going to transactioncarepodcast.com. And for those that have already signed up for my newsletter, you do not have to input your name and email again for My TC Community. But if you want to, no problem, because over time, those will have their own different emails. See, this is where I start rambling, and I'm going to cut all that out. But you get the gist. So I'm basically going to cut it off on subscribing to my TC Weekly newsletter. So now I'm ready at the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes and 12 seconds, but that's without editing and without cutting. So let's just talk about My TC Community. If you go back a couple episodes, I briefly announced it, kind of like a soft launch, just to get a feel of like who would be interested and what I would actually do. At that point, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself by announcing that. And now that I'm here and I've cleared a lot of that chaos through just a lot of deep inner work, and that's all through years and practice of developing those skills, understanding who I am as a person, being accountable, just building my own self-awareness and the habits to just have consistent action and challenging my comfort levels when it calls for it, right? And that's pretty much some of the foundation of what my TC community is. It is a safe space for us to learn and grow together. Much like I say in the beginning of every episode, it's important to have that because it doesn't really exist, especially in the real estate industry. And not just that, I also recognize that it can be very lonely. It can be very scary and intimidating as well. This is an exercise in me doing it afraid as well. Helping those confront the unknowns in life with ease and courage and providing you with strategies to shift your mindset. Like, I wish I had that 5 years ago or even 6 years ago to just log into one place, have somewhat of a mentor, a guide, a consultant, coach, just available to me that encouraged me, gave me, tangible steps to take on my journey. And that's what ultimately I would love for my TC community to be. And of course, we're going to have some fun. I haven't quite mapped out everything because I don't want to drop everything all at once or release too much and overwhelm everyone at first. My goal truly is to just start with 20 members and see what happens from there. I'm starting to ramble. My eyes are getting dry. I kind of want to start over because I'm starting, I don't know if this is how rappers or musicians work, or like improvisational actors. But basically, as I'm talking through the episode, it's starting to formulate as a script in my brain. And of course, I have talking points. I have an outline that I also use ChatGPT to help me with. But there's something about, just for me at least, not everyone operates this way, so don't feel like you have to do this as well in anything that you do. But basically for me, I just like to have the talking points as references and then just kind of add my sauce and my flavor to the episode as I go. I looked at the clock and it said 4:31 and I noticed that I was starting to ramble. So basically what I'm going to do is restart this whole episode and just talk it out in a way that I've already kind of freestyled, I guess you could call it, and just do it in a more concise way because I'm tired and I really don't want to have to edit a lot of ums or spaces in this episode. But this is just a behind the scenes look of a day in the life of a transaction coordinator that hosts a podcast, is launching a paid membership community, and is working on becoming a certified life coach. But ultimately, those will be those people that I want to help are career-based, success-based, mindset-based, confidence, all of that. And I'm pumped, but I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little different, you know what I mean? New YouTube videos every Wednesday, new podcast episodes every Monday. And go to mytccommunity.com. If you have watched any of my YouTube videos, this content, this place, this hub, my TC community is for you to learn and grow alongside with me. Because as much as I am going to take on the teaching and the leading role, I want those within the community to also have a platform for them to share, to teach, to encourage as well. And, I'm always learning. I'm always the student, no matter what position or level I reach in life. I will always have the grace and the confidence and the humility. That's the word I'm looking for. The humility to listen to other people and to encourage them to find their voice, to find their purpose in life, or to at least practice it. So if that resonates with you, head to mytccommunity.com. And if you're watching this in the future, we have already launched. Baby, we are here. So what are you doing? Go sign up. Go sign up. mytccommunity.com. And this has been another episode of TC with Lily. I'm Lily, your host, your resident care coordinator. And this is a behind the scenes day of a real estate transaction coordinator with a podcast. How you like that? Transactioncare.com to just learn about everything I'm doing, from transaction coordination, selling merch, all that good stuff. I appreciate. It is almost midnight. I appreciate you. Until the next episode, care for yourself, care for your wealth. Take care. Talk soon. All that good stuff.